guys, today we are checking out the long-awaited Chernobyl. We've been wanting to check this out for the longest time. We are so glad to be starting this series. We see it's by HBO, which is always a good sign, so we got really high hopes for this one. And if you do want to see the full season to Chernobyl, check it out in the description below. We've got daily content and so much more on there. So if you do want all of that, check it out in the description, and let's get into Chernobyl.
What is the cost of lies? It's not that we'll mistake them for the truth. The real danger is that if we hear enough lies, then we no longer recognize the truth at all.
Damn, they already talking.
In these stories, it doesn't matter who the heroes are. All we want to know is who is to blame. In this story, it was Anatoly Dyatlov. He was the best choice, an arrogant, unpleasant man. He ran the room that night. He gave the orders. Dyatlov will spend the next 10 years in a prison labor camp. And as for what Dyatlov did do, the man doesn't deserve prison. He deserves death.
Already, how it's shot tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, HBO barely, they be having hits for sure.
Justice was done because, you see, to them, a just world is a sane world. There was nothing sane about Chernobyl. What happened there, what happened after, even the good we did, all of it. I've given you everything I know. Don't deny it, of course. They always do. I know you'll try your best.
The OG podcast. Oh, wow.
Damn.
It's a lot, yeah.
It's a unique way to wrap it.
Very inconspicuous. I already can't get over how well it's filmed. Just the angles and everything.
Yeah, it already immerses you in the world.
100%.
Like gritty,
Yes.
dark.
Yes.
Like you know what you're getting into.
His apartment looks so authentic.
Almost has like an eerie feeling, like a horror film or something.
Yeah, 100%. And you know he's being watched.
Damn.
Wow.
That tells me that the burden of what they did.
Yep. And that he chose to go out on his own.
2 years and 1 minute early.
Wow.
Comrade Dyatlov! Comrade Dyatlov!
What's just happened?
There's a fire in the turbine hall.
The turbine hall. The control system tank. Hydrogen.
No, that's not...
This is an emergency. Everyone stay calm. Our first priority
It exploded!
We know. Akimov, are we calling the reactor core?
We shut it down, but the control rods are still... They're not all the way in. I
All
disengaged
right.
the clutch.
Can't disconnect the servos from the standby console. You two, get the backup pumps running. We need water moving through the core. That is all that matters.
There is no core. It exploded. The core exploded.
He's in shock. Get him out of here.
The lid is off.
You're confused. RBMK reactor cores don't explode. Akimov.
Don't worry, we did everything right. Something strange has happened. You taste metal.
Akimov!
Comrade Petrovoschenko, what you're saying is physically impossible. The core can't explode. It has to be the tank.
We're wasting time. Let's go. Get the hydrogen out of the generators and pump water into the core.
What about the fire?
Call the fire brigade.
Damn.
Wow, everything exploded.
You think it was the core?
I think so.
You're not on call tonight.
Bringing everybody in, military and civil. This is a big one.
But it doesn't look right. The color.
Private says he thinks they're shining floodlights or something.
And what if they're chemicals?
Not chemicals. The problem's a roof. This is covered in tar, so it's gonna burn all night and it'll stink like hell. That's the worst of it.
So sad.
Ew.
Oh my god.
Think about how strong it had to be to implode. Look at the
A
wall.
wall, yeah.
Valera. Your face.
You think his face looked like it was a little bit red because of the radiation?
Yeah.
I mean, that's my assumption. Oh! So, yeah.
Because they're all so close to it.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, yeah. Look at his face.
Where's Victor? Still in the pump room. I'll come back.
Stay here.
Victor.
Oh my gosh.
I dropped the control rods from the other panel.
They're still up. They're still only a third of the way in. I don't know why.
What about the pumps?
Can't get through to her, them Chuck. The lines are down.
Are the pumps on or not?
Storyachuk.
My control panel's not working. I tried calling for the electricians.
I don't give a shit about the panel. I need water in my reactor core. Get down there and make sure those pumps are on. Now.
I don't know.
3.6 Rontgen, but that's as high as the meter.
3.6. Not great, not terrible.
They're all just like,
I fear that because so
Wow.
many people are coming to help this situation, I feel like that's going to be why it's going to be so tragic, because they're all going to be affected by this. Like I don't know if this is going to go AWOL and blow up even more, or the radiation in itself is just going to everybody up.
I mean, this does not look anyway okay.
Can destroy all of that over there.
Like, that destruction is insane.
Oh, that's so cool. It's like 3 different valves for it.
Oh, Vasily, what's this?
I don't know, Misha.
Don't f around with it.
You taste metal. The valves, Misha. The valves, let's go. The valves, come on.
Yeah, they're so close.
They're breathing all that shit in.
Yep.
That's the main issue.
We need to get into the reactor hall to lower the control rods while the door's jammed.
I don't think there are control rods. I don't think there's a core.
You're mistaken. Akimov said.
Oh gosh.
Let's go.
Oh, he finna fucking lose his shit. Yeah, he dead.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
He knows something wrong.
Yeah. This is not just a fire.
Oh God, don't tell me they locked in there. Oh, they trying to go to the core.
Oh my gosh.
That the fucking core? Because it don't look like much of anything.
Yeah.
Let's go!
Look at his face.
Yep. That core was to shreds.
Did Miller? Do you want to come with us?
Come where?
Going to the railroad bridge to get a better look.
I don't think you should go. It could be dangerous.
What do you mean dangerous? It's a fire. It's over there. We're over here.
Mikhail,
What? Oh. Sorry.
this is Vasily.
Yeah.
Did he say it was bad?
No, he said it was just a roof.
No, he's never gotten hurt before. None of the boys have. Get some rest.
No, she knows too. It's definitely more than that.
The tank, it's big enough. This kind of explosion, the control tank on 71, it's 100 cubic meters.
110.
Scott, I looked right into it. I looked into the core.
Did you lower the control rods or not? Take him to the infirmary. Topped and off, take him?
Res could reactor.
He's delusional.
His face.
Ruptured condenser lines, the feed water is mildly contaminated. He'll be fine, I've seen worse. Do we still have a phone line to the outside? Call in a day shift.
Wow.
We have to keep water flowing into the core. We need electricians, mechanics, we need bodies.
Okay. More people to die.
Trust y'all gut.
I'm going to the administration building now to call Brakhanov and Famin. They're going to want a full report.
We're talking about reports?
I don't know if I can make things better for you, but I can certainly make them worse.
This dude.
Call in the day shift, Comrade Akimov.
Yes, Comrade Yakov.
Remember, that's the asshole they were talking about
In the beginning, yeah. Unbelievable.
Literally calling more people in to be exposed and die.
And ignoring what's blatantly in his face.
And you trying to tell me they said that this dude had only got 10 years?
Right. For misinformation?
Wow.
That one, maybe an hour. This one, not until morning.
She's giving birth? Oh my God.
How's it downstairs, Doctor?
Quiet.
Always is. Nothing at this hour but babies.
So sad.
10 women went into labor at the same time. Did I ever tell you that story?
They haven't brought anyone in from the fire.
What fire?
The power plant.
Oh, it mustn't be too bad.
Do we stock iodine?
You mean disinfectant?
No, pills. Does the hospital stock iodine pills?
Iodine pills? Why would we have iodine pills?
Who else knows this? Of course, I want you to call him. If I'm up, he's up.
Which is our guy who killed himself.
I don't think we've seen him yet. Or was this him? I can't tell.
Yeah, that's why I've been looking at these two guys,
Yeah.
seeing if are they the one that we were looking at, because I know they made him look older.
No, maybe it is this guy with the glasses. He had those glasses. Yeah.
Whatever the cause, the important thing is that neither you nor I...
Yeah, it's him.
I take it the safety test was a failure?
We have the situation under control.
Under control? Doesn't look like it's under control.
Shut up, Famine. I have to get on the phone and tell Marion, or God forbid, Frolishev, that my power plant is on fire.
No one can blame you for this, Director Prikhanov.
Of course no one can blame me for this. How can I be responsible? I was sleeping. Tell me what happened, quickly.
Encountered technical difficulties leading to an accumulation of hydrogen in the control system tank. It regrettably ignited, damaging the plant, setting the roof on fire.
Tank is quite large. It's the only logical explanation. Of course, Deputy Chief Engineer Dyatlov was directly supervising the tests, so he would know best.
We're taking measures to ensure a steady flow of water through the core.
What about radiation?
Obviously, down here it's nothing but in the reactor building. I'm being told 3.6 Röntgen per hour.
Well, that's not great, but it's not horrifying.
Not at all. From the feed water, I assume.
Have them use a good meter from the safe. I'll call Marion. Have them wake up the local executive committee. There'll be orders coming down.
He's a terrible, annoying piece of
What do you think makes the colours?
It's the fuel for sure.
What do you know about it? You clean floors at a train station.
A friend here, he works at the power plant. Says it runs cold. No gas, no fire, just atoms. If you do a glass of vodka an hour for 4 hours.
Isn't Yuri a plumber?
At the nuclear power plant.
Oh, it is beautiful.
We'll enjoy it while it lasts. It kind of looks like something out of Godzilla. It's crazy. It's all the radiation there, too. Oh, they're already getting it. All the little particles.
Is that what you think this is?
Yeah, because we saw that by the core. Yep, because it looked like it was snowing. They're gonna start seeing it real soon. Oh, not the baby! Oh gosh, that is so sad.
I want the V guy to go down there. His ass need to take his ass to the core.
Oh.
Can I have a cigarette?
He's just sitting there suffering.
Literally burning out. Oh my gosh.
It's over.
Look, he's burning up too.
Damn, what a scene.
Yeah. But all the firemen,
Yeah, look at their faces.
they're all infected.
It's so crazy. It's like they literally been in the sun and got fucking burnt.
Vasily, you've got to put it out.
Look at them. Wow. Wow.
Oh. They're just getting closer.
Yep.
Look at this. This is insanity. So beyond unfortunate.
Another 2 hours pass.
What about the auxiliary?
Pumps are gone. The electrical's gone.
The core? I didn't go in there and I won't. I think it's time we
No, we
fix.
have to get water into the core, otherwise there'll be a meltdown. We have to open the valves.
Sasha.
What do you want, Boris?
You open the fucking valves.
If it's true, then we're dead. 1 million people are dead. Is that what you... We have to open the valves by hand.
You're talking about hours in there.
Then help us.
Help you do what? Pump water into a ditch. There's nothing there. Leonard, I'm begging you.
You know how horrifying that is, knowing, like, your hands are tied.
It's not working.
Just watch it.
I can't lie, I would have stayed back.
Yeah.
Because the other guy went down and saw what he saw. Like, I would have just believed the same thing. The course we're
Guess we know where they're
Saying it's like, you know, you're at the end.
They're running the safety test on the turbines. Blew the control system tank. It doesn't make sense to me either. What about sabotage? A bomb?
Sitnikov. Rakhanov wants us to use a good dosimeter, but it's in a safe and we can't find the key.
It's in building 2. Follow me.
Are these all the other workers that they brought in? Ridiculous.
Please, find a seat. Plenty of room. I apologize for the lateness of the hour. Rest assured, we are all very safe down here.
Yeah, I bet they are.
Sheltered to withstand the nuclear attack by the Americans, so I think we'll be fine.
Oh my gosh.
As you can see, we have experienced...
That would explain how they survived.
Control tank malfunction, damaging reactor building 4 and starting of fire. Now, I have spoken directly to Deputy Secretary Marion. Marion spoke to Deputy Chief Frolyshev to Central Committee member Dolgeek, and Dolgeek to General Secretary Gorbachev. Now, because the Central Committee has the greatest respect for the work of the Pripyat Executive Committee, they've asked me to brief you on matters as they stand. So, first, the accident is well under control. Second, because the efforts of the Soviet nuclear industry are considered key state secrets, it is important that we ensure that this incident has no adverse consequences. Now, to prevent a panic, the Central Committee have ordered a detachment of military police to Pripyat.
How large of a detachment?
Between 2,000 and 4,000 men.
What's really going on here? How dangerous is this?
There's mild radiation, but it's limited to the plant itself. Excuse me.
You saw men outside vomiting. You saw men with burns. There's more radiation than they're saying. We have wives here. We have children. I say we evacuate the town.
Thank you.
Please, please. My wife is here. Do you think I would keep her in Pripyat if it wasn't safe?
Brikhanov, the air is glowing.
Right.
Completely normal phenomenon, can happen with minimal radiation.
Better safe than sorry.
Right. What are we saying?
I wonder how many of you know the name of this place. We will call it Chernobyl, of course. What is its real name?
The Vladimir I. Lenin Nuclear Power Station.
Exactly. Vladimir I. Lenin. And how proud he would be of you all tonight. And the passion you have for the people. For is that not the sole purpose of the apparatus of the state? Sometimes we forget. Sometimes we fall prey to fear. But our faith in Soviet socialism will always be rewarded. Now, the state tells us the situation here is not dangerous. Have faith, comrades. The state tells us it wants to prevent a panic. Listen well.
Oh my gosh.
It's true. When the people see the police, they will be afraid. But it is my experience that when the people ask questions that are not in their own best interest, they should simply be told to keep their minds on their labor and leave matters of the state to the state. We seal off the city. No one leaves. And cut the phone lines, contain the spread of misinformation.
So that's the real devil.
We keep the people from undermining the fruits of their own labor.
Damn.
Yes, comrades.
He is like...
We will all be rewarded for what we do here tonight. This is our moment to shine.
What? What?
Somebody told his old ass to sit down.
This is not pride right now. This is life or death.
I sent my dosimetrists into the reactor building. The large dosimeter from the safe, the one with 1,000 Röntgen capacity.
What was the number?
There was none. The meter burned out the second it was turned on.
Sensor equipment and wonders why things go wrong.
We found another dosimeter.
Ooh! Talk it to him.
200 Röntgen, but it's better than the small ones.
And?
It maxed out. 200 Röntgen.
What game are you playing?
No, I asked him. He took multiple measurements. He's my best man.
It's another faulty meter. You're wasting our time.
I checked the meter against the control.
What's wrong with you? How'd you get that number from feed water leaking from a blown tank?
I think there's graphite on the ground, in the rubble.
You didn't see graphite.
Take your stupid ass there. There's no way.
You didn't! Because it's not there!
Then go. How about you go?
Go check.
Are you suggesting the core, what, exploded?
Just go look. I'm not suggesting. How about y'all go? Y'all three together.
Go.
I'll stay here. You guys go look and just confirm. And I could be wrong. He fired me.
You're a nuclear engineer, so am I. So please tell me how an RBMK reactor core explodes. Not a meltdown, an explosion. I'd love to know.
I can't. I don't see how it could explode.
But it did, so let's deal with it.
But it did.
Enough. I'll go up to the vent block roof. From there, you can look right down into reactor building 4.
Do it then.
My own eyes.
Good.
I apologize.
Guards! Get him to the medic or the hospital, whatever he needs.
Craziest part is we know his dumb didn't die from this.
Right. Can't believe they sealed off.
The feed water. Been around it all night. You go then.
You already don't trust my eyes.
Go to the vent block roof and report back what you see.
No.
Thank you.
No, I won't do that.
You'll be fine. You'll see. Come on.
He gonna be forced to. He got people with guns next to him.
This is honestly far worse than I thought.
Straight up bullshit. Look at these fuckers. And the craziest part, the real sad part about it is, I know those two fuckers know something could be wrong.
100%.
And all they're doing is trying to make sure it's 100% the case.
100%.
Because they wouldn't be sitting there dumbasses in that damn vault that they're in right now if they didn't think maybe worst case scenario, if that did happen.
Right.
At least we're safe here.
Right. Because they have the security.
Let's begin.
And it's crazy because the one of them said that they have a wife.
I'm sure they all do.
It's nothing to be sorry for. I told you, we did nothing wrong, but we did.
Damn, how many do they have to do? Because that guy said it would take at least an hour to do it all out. I would have made that trip so quick, and I would have just said, yeah, it's there. And I would have just got out of there. I would have hold my breath for like 30 seconds, looked quick, came back, closed the door, told him, let's go. I've seen what I saw.
I mean, look at this. They don't even have masks. They don't have anything. Like, it's...
It feels like the worst, like I said, I don't know the history of how many nuclear reactors had some bad incident like this before this happened. I'm assuming this may have been the first of its kind, which could have...
He ain't making it.
Look at his face already.
Yep.
You already know he's But I was saying, like, yeah. I think that if this was the first of its kind, I think after a show like what happened here, everybody was able to prepare and understand the cost of 100%. What. But it's so sad that it always has to be an example.
And such a massive disaster.
Right.
Yeah. Oh,
everybody not gonna
even
make
the
it.
Medics.
Or it's the firefighter people that's trying to get them on there. They've been exposed all day.
This is worst case scenario because they don't have anything. So it's like, yeah, you got a good look now?
Is it the soldiers?
Where's the hospital?
They finna get a ton of people coming in.
Yeah. Non-stop.
Oh, is this our guy? This is him.
Hello?
Valerie Legasso?
Yes?
Yoda Legasso is the first deputy director of the Kurchatov Institute of Atomic Energy.
I am. Who am I
This
speaking?
is Boris Sherbina, deputy chairman of the Council of Ministers and head of the Bureau for Fuel and Energy. There's been an accident at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant.
How bad is it?
No need to panic. There was a fire. It's mostly put out. The system control tank exploded.
Control system tank. And the core?
Exploded.
And we've ordered them to continuously pump water.
Yes, I see. Any contamination?
It's mild. The plant manager Brukhanov is reporting 3.6 Rontgen per hour.
On 3.6?
Yes, I've studied it.
General Secretary Gorbachev has appointed a committee to manage the accident.
And it's well over 200.
We'll convene at 2 this afternoon.
That late. Forgive me, but don't you think, given the amount of radiation, that it would be...
Legason, you're on this committee to answer direct questions about the function of an RBMK reactor, if they should happen to arise. Nothing else. Certainly not policy. Do you understand?
Yes, of course. I didn't mean to...
Yes, sir.
3.6. He's saying that they should evacuate possibly the people there. It's crazy. It's honestly, it's crazy.
The only sane person so far. Oh my gosh.
And they're
Wow.
So you telling me they thought that it was smart to have this nuclear plant within miles?
So close to civilization. So sad. These little kids are going to school not knowing what's about to hit. And that's the first sign.
Наверное, все-таки Родина.
It's just so pretty, all this mosaic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Только пожарище на русской земле раскидав.
Oh, it was a mural. That's so cool.
I think it's supposed to symbolize nuclear power, by the way.
Oh.
По-русски рубаху рванув на груди.
7 hours after the explosion.
Where is everyone?
Oh, they refused to come in.
Why?
It's Saturday.
Why did you come in?
I worked too hard. 8 millirontgen. Leak?
No, it would have gone off before. It's coming from outside.
Damn.
Wow.
Imagine wiping that off of your window to find out you got potential radiation.
Right. Like the minute he opened the window, the alarm went off. That's crazy. So I wonder how far this, I think, was in Minsk. I don't know how far that is from Chernobyl.
Iodine 131. It's not military, it's uranium decay. U-235.
Reactor fuel.
Wow.
Ignalina, maybe 240 kilometers away.
All right, stay calm. They're at 4. It's not them. Who's the next closest?
It's Chernobyl, but that's not possible. They're 400 kilometers away.
Oh, that's too far for 8 millirontgen. They'd have to be split open.
Well, wow. 400 kilometers?
Get everyone started on an IV.
We don't have enough.
Of all the children, then.
But we don't have enough.
As many as you can. Where's the old man?
He set up a burn ward in 16.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, doctors and nurses, they all got hit. They're all being affected. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What is that?
Milk. It's milk. Much better than water.
No, stop! These are radiation burns. Their clothes are contaminated.
It's contaminated. Shouldn't they use gloves? It's also so scary. You don't know if your loved ones are alive, dead. That's crazy. Ooh! Yeah, because it's all contaminated. So now they're all gonna have radiation burns.
Dang, tell the realization of seeing how bad this shit is all over his face.
Thank you all for your duty to this commission. We will begin with Deputy Chairman Sherbina's briefing, and then we will discuss next steps, if necessary.
If.
KGB First Deputy Chairman Sharkov assures me that we have successfully protected our security interests.
Very good. Well, it seems like it's well in hand. So.
That's funny.
No. I'm so sorry. Page 3, the section on a fireman was severely burned on his hand by a chunk of smooth black mineral on the ground outside the reactor building. Smooth black mineral. Graphite. There's graphite on the ground.
That's for the radiation?
Yes, 3.6 Rontgen, which, by the way, is not the equivalent of 1 chest X-ray, but rather 400 chest.
Oh my gosh.
It's also the maximum reading on low-limit dosimeters. They gave us...
That's right.
I think the true number is much, much higher. If I'm right, this fireman was holding the equivalent of 4 million chest X-rays in his hand.
Mr. Legasov, there's no place for alarmist hysteria.
It's not alarmist if it's a fact.
Well, I don't hear any facts.
At all. All I hear is a man I don't know, engaging in conjecture, in direct contradiction to what has been reported by party officials.
Are you serious?
Please may I express my concern as calmly and as respectfully as
Professor Legasso.
Of course, I will allow it.
The tension with those two.
An RBMK reactor uses uranium-235 as fuel. Every atom of U-235 is like a bullet, traveling at nearly the speed of light, penetrating everything in its path: woods, metal, concrete, flesh. Every gram of U-235 holds over 1 billion trillion of these bullets. That's in 1 gram. Now, Chernobyl holds over 3 million.
Damn!
The water we drink, the food we eat, most of these bullets will not stop firing for 100 years.
Wow.
Some of them not for 50,000 years.
What?
You take a look at the reactor, you personally, and you report directly back to me.
Wise decision, Comrade General Secretary.
And take Professor Legasso with you.
Oh, gosh.
Comrade General Secretary, but I don't...
Do you know how a nuclear reactor works?
No.
No.
No. Well, then how will you know what you're looking at?
Finally, they want to actually listen to Professor Legasso.
So you heard the U-235 is uranium. Is it not uranium? Is it iodine?
No, it's uranium.
It's uranium? Okay. Or is it uranium iodine? Is that what it is? So what is the iodine?
So remember the nurse in the other episode was saying they need to stock the iodine?
Oh, iodine. Okay.
And then the lady we saw earlier also took an iodine pill. Maybe it counteracts. I don't know.
Tell me how a nuclear reactor works, or I'll have one of these soldiers throw you out of the helicopter.
Oh, okay.
Not that simple, but okay.
Nuclear reactor makes electricity with steam. Bullets are flying off of the uranium. Now, if we put enough uranium atoms close together, the bullets from one atom will eventually strike another atom. Force of this impact splits that atom apart, releasing a tremendous amount of energy. Fission.
Oh, wow.
In RBMK reactors, we surround the fuel rods with graphite to moderate, slow down the neutron flux.
That's actually crazy.
That is.
I know how a nuclear reactor works.
Oh my gosh, such a hard
You have a...
I don't need you.
Oh.
Sure. It's so funny because the whole time you explain, I'm imagining it in my head, like the graphite holding it, to slow down the atoms, the neutrons moving while they're trying to collide to create fission. It's just crazy.
They do a very good job at like explaining it and making it so digestible for the audience. You know what I mean? While it's going. Oh, remember the baby?
Please.
Get away from them.
Oh my god, the baby's face.
Please, 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 please.
Oh.
I didn't even think about how this would affect babies, honestly.
Excuse me, I am Vasily Ignatenko's wife. He's a fireman. Ignatenko? Ignatenko, 6th Paramilitary Fire and Rescue Unit. I need to find him. Please.
He's being transported by helicopter to Moscow.
Damn, this must be bad.
When are they taking him?
Now.
Yeah, it's gotta be bad. Ooh!
We're approaching the power plant.
That's so cool. Summer leaving, summer coming. That's so cool.
What have they done?
Now that's a shot.
The whole building's been blown open. The core's exposed.
I can't see how you can tell that from here.
For God's sakes.
I mean, does that not look serious?
Yeah.
Well, if we can't see, we don't know. Get us directly over the building.
Boris,
don't use
we
my
fly
name.
directly over.
I haven't
Open
asked for your
reactor will be
advice.
dead within a week. Dead.
Get us over that building, or I'll have you shot.
This just can't listen.
If you fly directly over that core, I promise you by tomorrow morning you'll be begging for that bullet.
Wow, good for the pilot.
He don't even understand how much he just saved their goddamn lives. Mind you, he was just saying they won't die in a week. They die in a week if they flew over it.
Wow, that was a crazy serious moment.
Deputy Secretary Garanin.
Let me introduce
I'm here about Chernobyl.
Straight to it.
I know that the core is either partially or completely exposed.
Whatever that means.
And that if you don't immediately issue iodine tablets and then evacuate the city, hundreds of thousands of people are going to get cancer And God knows how many more will die.
Yes, very good. There has been an accident at Chernobyl, but I've been assured there is no problem.
I'm telling you that there is.
I prefer my opinion to yours.
I'm a nuclear physicist.
Thank you.
Before you were deputy secretary, you worked in a shoe factory.
Yes. I worked in a shoe factory, and now I'm in charge.
Touche.
To the workers of the world.
Oh my God.
Yeah, just walk out. It's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
This dude's.
Yep.
Yeah, she did the best she could right there.
Yeah, there's no one to talk to over there.
We'll keep your thyroid from absorbing radioactive iodine. Take one a day for as long as they last. And go east. Get as far from Minsk as you can.
Damn.
Wow. So that's what it was that she was taking earlier, the iodine tablets. And that's why the nurse said they don't have it at the hospital.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hopefully that lady listens.
Well, she just took one.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
takes it, but also leaves.
Does look bad.
Doesn't matter how it looks. Sabina is a pure bureaucrat. Stupid as he is, pig-headed. We'll tell them the truth in the simplest terms possible. We'll be fine.
They already trying to find a way to cover their ass. It's crazy.
I just don't understand it. I know it's a whole different culture and it was different times, but I mean, everyone's gonna die. What are you trying to protect?
Yourself. That's why everybody's selfish. This truly just comes back to selfishness. Like they only worried about their ass and not getting fired or some shit. So they're gonna try to make this look as, you know, not as bad as what it is.
But it also feels like everyone's right in such denial.
We have begun our own inquiry into the cause of the accident, and I have a list of individuals who we believe are accountable.
Yeah, they
Already
are.
throwing people under the bus instantly. Love to see it.
Let's just solve what we have, and those people are no longer with us.
Professor Lagasov, I understand you've been saying dangerous things.
Very dangerous things. Apparently our reactor core exploded.
Apparently.
Tell me how an RBMK reactor core explodes.
Go to stupid question every time.
I'm not prepared to explain it at this time.
Presumed? There's no answer.
It's disgraceful. Really.
So you tell us.
To spread disinformation at a time like this.
Who's spreading misinformation?
Why did I see graphite on the roof? Graphite is only found in the core where it's used as a neutron flux moderator.
Okay.
I mean, why did the deputy chairman...
That man good at deflecting.
Comrade Shabina, my apologies, but graphite, that's not possible. Perhaps you saw burnt concrete.
Now, there you made a mistake, because I may not know much about nuclear reactors. I know a lot about concrete.
Our high-range dosimeter just arrived. We could cover one of our trucks with lead shielding. Have one of your men get as close to the fire as you can. Give him every bit of protection you have, but understand that even with lead shielding, it may not be enough.
Damn.
Then I'll do it myself.
Wow.
Not even a hesitation out of him. All right, to finally prove it all, huh? Let's see.
Wow.
So they just covered it in tinfoil?
Like foil, aluminum.
Aluminum foil. Damn, look at the fire trucks.
Yeah.
They stood there. They couldn't even make it back. I mean, it makes sense, but it's crazy.
Tension in that tent.
He's back.
All right.
Wow. Look how thick the air is.
It's not 3 Röntgen. It's 15,000.
Comrade Sabina.
What does that number mean?
It means the core is open.
Yep.
Fire we're watching with our own eyes is giving off nearly twice the radiation released by the bomb in Hiroshima. And that's every single hour. 20 hours since the explosion, so 40 bombs worth by now.
Holy sh!
It will burn and spread its poison until the entire continent is dead.
Please escort Comrades Bakhanov and Famin to the local party headquarters. Thank you for your service.
Comrade.
Your excuse.
Dyatlov was in charge.
Still throwing blame.
Always throws.
You don't understand, this isn't a fire. This is a fissioning reactor core burning at over 2,000 degrees. The heat will instantly vaporize the water.
How do we put it out?
2,000 degrees?
You are dealing with something that has never occurred. It'll create problems of its own, but I don't see any other way. Of course, it's going to take thousands of drops because you can't fly the helicopters directly over the core, so most of it is going to miss.
Wow.
The wind
is carrying all that smoke, all that radiation. At least evacuate Pripyat. It's 3 kilometers away.
That's my decision to make.
Then make it.
Thank you.
Is it or is it not your decision?
I'm in charge here. This will go much easier if you talk to me about the things you do understand and not about the things you do not understand.
Wow.
Going to get you 5,000 tons of sand and boron.
I mean, they have to evacuate. It's crazy.
There's a hotel.
Sad. It's truly sad. He got people he even answers to, and it's like they've advised him not to do it. Now that he got this news, like at what point do you sacrifice like maybe personal
pride, I think,
you know, because at this point he making that decision, obviously going over their heads, like that probably he'll lose his job essentially, but it's like this is saving potentially thousands of people here in this area.
Totally.
You know, so
tens or hundreds of thousands. It's like, but it's interesting. We're kind of seeing a little shift in, I forget the other guy's name, Shikyev or something, how he's listening a little to him, even though he's giving him shit. He's smart,
though. He's definitely smart. You could tell he's smart. And he definitely, know, like, the way he even picked up the information.
Moscow, are you here because of the fire?
Uh-oh.
Anything we should be worried about?
No. And you got to remember when we go back to it, think about it. He's the guy from the beginning who kills himself.
Right, right.
So he feels maybe as much a part of the problem as, I mean, we'll see in the end all the things he's done. But if he killed himself, I like to think he regretted a lot of decisions that were made.
And how it went down.
Because even here, like him not telling them, and I understand him not saying nothing to cause it, but him not saying nothing to go above and beyond to try his part, like maybe he regrets that. Maybe that was a lot that played into it.
Animals are dying, yep.
Birds will seem like they were the first to go. Nah, wildlife.
All that wind is spreading the radiation.
He said 40 times the bomb that was dropped in Hiroshima.
I think 20 times, but it's been as if they...
Well, he's saying it'll be
40,
at this point going to, what, hour 30?
40 bombs.
Remind them about the perimeter. They cannot fly directly over the fire.
35, 13.
What was, did he say 10 meters? No closer to 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're too close.
They can't get over the fire. How are they?
The wind will have to carry it. They cannot go over the core. Lead 1 is too close. I repeat, they are too close.
And they still getting closer.
Lead 1, you are inside the perimeter.
And they're
Look how close they are. Wow. And remember, the other guy wanted to fly right over.
Is there any other way, Pegaso?
Damn.
That is so unfortunate.
Tell them to approach from the west.
It's so crazy because it almost feels like did they ever have a plan B backup to if this was to happen? It feels like they never had a plan of action.
Because they're still trying to figure out how it exploded. It seems like that was almost impossible.
Yeah, right. They look like they believed it could never happen.
Yeah,
right.
I wonder if we're gonna learn. We probably will. How it happened.
That's crazy.
How nice of you to phone. It's been too long.
It has.
I was actually calling about our friend. You know, the one in the country.
I wanted to see how he's doing. It's so hot there right now.
Yes, it's extremely hot. But his nephews are flying down.
Oh, which nephews?
Simka, who's 14, and little Boris, who's 5.
Oh my god, they're talking in code.
I'm sorry, I have to get back to work. It's very busy right now.
That is so cool.
That is sick, y'all.
They're dropping sand and boron on the fire.
Saw the periodic table.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
Where are you going?
Chernobyl.
She is on it. I give her absolute credit.
I mean, she trying to save everybody as much as she can too. She know, cause like the people that know, that's why you can tell. Look at the urgency.
They know how severe it is.
There are 50,000 people in this city.
Damn.
Says the radiation isn't high enough to evacuate.
Lynn isn't a physicist.
Thank you.
Go doctor. If it says it's safe, it's safe.
Not if they stay here.
We're staying here.
Yes, we are. And we'll be dead in 5 years.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's the fucking truth. Tell them what you know. Truth hurts.
I think it's finally settling in.
Yeah, just the show that they are in right now.
And the severity that it's at, like...
A nuclear plant in Sweden has detected radiation.
Sweden?
And identified it as a byproduct of our fuel.
Well,
The Americans took satellite photos, reactor building, the smoke, the fire. The whole world knows.
now what?
Now they
You
got
can't hide it. You can't. It's already been exposed.
The wind has been blowing toward Germany.
Do what you gotta do now.
Not letting children play outside. In Frankfurt.
Sounds like a damn smart move.
All the way in Frankfurt, Germany, the kids can't play outside.
Yeah, because they actually taking care of their people.
And their kids are how close and they're just out and about? Wow.
Now they gonna look like assholes if they don't have these people evacuated now. Because if they, like you said, in Frankfurt, make sure the kids don't even go outside just to protect them from radiation. They're doing what they need to do.
There's no way they're going to survive much longer.
The Soviets may have been fairly quick to acknowledge the accident because evidence in the form of mild nuclear radiation had already reached beyond the Soviet borders to Scandinavia.
Wow.
So 6 hours after that whole thing, now they've been sitting there. What is it now, you think? The radiation, because it was 40 at that 30-hour mark. That's what he was saying or something like that. Like, 40 times what the Hiroshima.
Oh, like 40 bombs, yeah.
It could be potentially now up to maybe 45, 50.
Look, they're just shopping. This is crazy. It's such a disservice to leave people just in the clouds when it's so catastrophic like this. I get not wanting panic, but this is life or death.
I'm pretty sure they know now after all this head news and everything. I love how they have masks but aren't wearing it. Like,
right. Also, nobody has masks. No one has gloves. Okay, now it looks like evacuation.
So now we don't know how much damage it has already done.
It's
so
already
36 hours of just breathing this, being outside,
exposed.
being exposed as much as they've been exposed. What's their life expectancy?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because he was already saying that they just got there, and if they stayed longer, they were already maybe 5 years potentially. They've been there 36 hours.
Wow.
Like what, 2 years we're saying? Like,
and it's not even like anyone had time to plan stuff, to take anything.
You gotta get up, pack up, and just take all your belongings, like,
whatever,
or at least what you can carry.
God, that's such a cool shot.
Yeah, stuffing you on a bus and just sending you off. Now I understand, like, this process has got to be like grueling, I guess, or like very hard, but it was necessary just to save someone's life. You know what I mean?
This should have been done.
Yeah.
At the beginning. Better safe than sorry.
I just realized that was the old guy from the first meeting that they had originally.
Yeah?
He was the guy that stood up and was talking about the pride of the, and all this and that.
I didn't notice his face. Wow, look how many. So he did choose to evacuate. It's so cool how we are seeing that shift where he's really listening to Legasov.
I mean, he has. You gotta also remember too, though, like his original reports and his theories on what was going on was by those other people that were on bullshit.
And once you're there, you see.
Exactly. So that's why I appreciate, at least with the other guy that was at the main office, that told him, hey, you know what, just you go and take him with you. Take him with you. That way we can confirm
blessing. Yeah.
Turn around. This is a restricted zone.
I'm from the Belarusian Institute for Nuclear Energy.
Do you have permission?
I need to speak to someone urgently.
Turn around right now or I'll arrest you.
If you arrest me, you should take me to the highest possible authority.
Damn.
Fucking badass.
What you got to lose, listen to her.
The guards arrested this woman at the south checkpoint. I'd have put her in a cell.
But he thought you should know that I know. I know that your reactor core is exposed. I know the graphite's on fire, the fuel is melting, and you're dropping sand and boron on it, which you probably thought was smart, but you've made a mistake. Olana Yorevnio Khomyuk, chief physicist.
It's a way to make an entrance.
Smothering the core will put the fire out, but the temperature will eventually increase. It will
Believe me,
melt down.
I'm perfectly aware, but I estimate at least a month.
No, you don't have a month. You have approximately 2 days. The fuel would take a month to reach the concrete pad here. But first, it's going to burn through the biological shield here by Tuesday. Each of these points, here, here, and here, all drain to the bubbler pools. I'm guessing that every pipe in the building ruptured, and then there are those fire engines that I saw on the way in.
fire hoses are still connected.
Oh. So that's filling up the tanks.
Plus other things that was there that ruptured and came down as well and filled it. No fucking way. But I mean, him not seeing that and knowing that, like, he coming up with all this stuff on the fucking spot. Like, thank God she came along, but damn, 2 fucking days.
Создана правительственная комиссия.
He just looks so defeated.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
Do you understand the damage this has done? Do you understand what's at stake, Boris?
We'll deliver our briefing.
Wow.
There is some good news. There's been a reduction in radionuclide emissions, but the fire will not be extinguished for at least another 2 weeks. There is also an additional problem.
Here we go.
Nuclear fuel doesn't turn cold simply because it is not on fire. In fact, the temperature will likely rise as a result of the blanket of sand we dropped. The uranium will melt the sand, creating a kind of lava, which will begin to melt down through the shield below. It was my understanding that these large water tanks under the reactor were essentially empty. This is Ulana Khomyuk of the Belarusian Institute. Thanks to her insight, we are now aware that the tanks are, in fact, full.
Of water. Yeah. Why is that a problem?
It's a good question.
When the lava enters these tanks, it will instantly superheat and vaporize approximately 7,000 cubic meters of water, causing a significant thermal explosion.
How significant?
We estimate between 2 and 4 megatons. Everything within a 30-kilometer radius will be completely destroyed, including the 3 remaining reactors at Chernobyl.
Oh, gosh.
Material in all of the cores will be ejected at force and dispersed by a massive shockwave, which will extend approximately 200 kilometers and likely be fatal to the entire population of Kiev, as well as a portion of Minsk, and will impact all of Soviet Ukraine, Latvia, Lithuania, Belarusia, as well as Poland, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, Romania, and most of East Germany.
Holy shit.
What do you mean, impact?
For much of the area, a nearly permanent disruption of the food and water supply. A steep increase in the rates of cancer and birth defects. I don't know how many deaths there will be, but many. For Belarusia and the Ukraine, impact means completely uninhabitable.
Damn.
A minimum of 100 years.
Holy crap.
There are more than 50 million people living in Belarusia and Ukraine.
60.
Oh, okay.
Even worse.
And how long before this happens?
Approximately 48 to 72 hours. But we may have a solution. We can pump the water from the tanks. Unfortunately, the tanks are sealed shut by a sluice gate, and the gate can only be opened manually from within the duct system itself. So we need to find 3 plant workers who know the facility well enough to enter the basement here, find their way through all these ductways, get to the sluice gate valve here, and give us the access we need to pump out the tanks. Of course, we will need your permission.
My permission for what?
The water in these ducts, the level of radioactive contamination.
They'll likely be dead in a week.
Poof.
We're asking for your permission to kill 3 men.
Wow.
Damn. Yeah, it's for sure a suicide mission.
That's so sad.
All victories inevitably come at a cost.
It's true. Wow.
That's all the answer they needed.
I mean, it's so unfortunate, but 3 to 60 million?
Yeah. Somebody would be willing to make that sacrifice.
100%.
You know. So basically, it's crazy because they really made a bigger problem for themselves.
But I think that was a little bit the only solution.
At the time, yeah, it was the quick solution that he thought he planned, which was thought out. He just didn't realize the significance.
He did mention that there's going to be other unforeseen issues that come with that, but
not so soon. He didn't think it would be this soon because of the water not. He didn't expect there to be any water in there. That's crazy. But yeah, inevitably almost creating a problem that literally could extend beyond. Because remember, they said the blast radius, if it goes in there, would be, because it hit the other reactors, 200 kilometers. That the shock wave would reach 200. That's insane to think about.
The valve will be difficult to operate, so we'll need 3 men. We'll need to know the basement layout. And of course, any volunteers
will be rewarded. A yearly stipend of 400 rubles.
Is rubles their currency?
Yeah.
Oh.
For those of you working in reactors 1 and 2, promotion.
Why are reactors 1 and 2 still operating at all? My friend was a security guard that night, and she's now dying. And we've all heard about the fireman.
Right.
And now you want us to swim underneath a burning reactor. You even know how contaminated it is.
We do.
I don't have an exact number.
You don't need an exact number to know if it will kill us.
Thank you.
You'll do it, because nobody else can. And if you don't, millions will die. If you tell me that's not enough, I won't believe you. This is what has always set our people apart. 1,000 years of sacrifice in our veins, and every generation must know its own suffering. I spit on the people who did this. Go into that water, because it must be done.
That was quite a speech. But I love how they show, like, he's a scientist. He needs to stick. He's not good at giving over speeches.
Yeah,
and,
I love that.
You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
And it's so different when he says it. Wow. Wow, we got
That's
our first.
one.
It always takes one, yep.
That's 3.
Wow. That is so beautiful. To literally die for the sake of other people, you know, and for your country.
Yeah. It almost look like scuba suits.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's wicked.
I've never seen a thing close like that. That is crazy.
Yeah, you locked in. If you knew you were gonna die anyways quickly, would you want to be restrained by all this gear? I mean, they may need it anyways to even get as far as they
Well,
going.
just to get, yeah,
right, yeah.
But also still like the 1% chance hope that you make it.
I know the mobility in that's gotta be terrible.
Yeah.
You probably barely can lift your leg up. And it looked like they got mittens on too. I don't know if they got off. Is it a finger thing or is it like a complete mitten?
Yeah, it's really like flippers.
And at least it's not deep.
I love how raw this is. You hear the sloshing of the water and...
Oh no, it's gotten deeper. So I wonder if the feeling of it is like equivalent, or obviously on a small scale, like a microwave.
I wonder.
Like what's going on with them right now is like they're in like a microwave of just all this neutrons and things are flying around, like the bullets that he was explaining.
Yeah, probably on a super small scale.
Well, to them, large scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying a microwave. This is super small scale.
Yeah. I forgot that's what that damn noise was.
The adjustometer. You already see it's at the highest, and it's
probably higher than what it is. It just
Exactly.
can't reach it. It's like it's like if there was any more beyond this, I can go, but I can't. Damn, he fell.
Yeah, the water's gone so high. Oh gosh.
Oh, the last one finna go out, and so is there a backup plan to this or no?
Right, like what's the backup plan? That's crazy to end an episode like that.
They don't like they're gonna make it.
Right, and we didn't discuss a plan B or backup plan. And if they're not able to open the gate, then 50, 60 million people are affected.
It's just a matter of, is this group going to be successful, or are they going to have to send another group down, or do some miracle, which is going to take a miracle. They somehow still are able to find where they need to go and maybe find some new light source.
Yeah.
That, or maybe they get back out and have to go back in, like they can find their way out. I don't know, but definitely going to take some miracle actions going on here. It's going to take a miracle because it's looking real grim. But
100%. I'm, by the way, my MVP, no question, is the
female
physicist.
physicist.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. MVP without a doubt. She was so persistent. She was on it from the beginning, knew something was off, got information. I think without her calculations, you know, it could have been extremely catastrophic. I mean, we still don't 1000% know, but I mean, this was just so cool. So she's definitely my MVP.
Yeah, but yeah, y'all let us know your MVPs, thoughts, and we'll catch y'all in the next one.
Peace.